he sees Luke being bullied at school.
Yeah.
Or he assumes it. And so he ends up, he sees that these kids go to this bar, and the bar accommodates underage drinking. So he takes advantage of that. He takes Luke to the bar, and he antagonizes them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play that. I actually have that little bit of audio queued up for that scene, for the bar scene, so we can play that for the people at home. But anyway, that interaction transcends into this crazy bar fight that kind of shows you that David doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That he is, he is not someone to mess with. And just the way that it was set up, it was really good and effective.
Yeah, it was.
And it totally swaps the tone of the film for me, and I feel like it sets the way for the rest of the movie. And you're just like, damn, this guy's a badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
What was your favorite action sequence? The grenades.
It was between that and the scene in the diner where he goes up to Anne's friend from school or from work or whatever, and he asks, is Anne here? And she says no, she just left. And then he's like, well, do you know where she went? She's like, oh, not really. And then he's just like, okay, you're taking too long, and he just shoots her.
Open fires.
Yeah.
But to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, he had slept with this girl at their party like a couple days before.
Yeah. And
he had been kind of making it seem like he was feeling it at some point. So it kind of shows you how he's very like a sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really feel the way that people feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they did a good job of conveying that through violence in this, while paying homage to a lot of, so it takes too much money to make a period piece, so they couldn't go back and do everything 80s, so they keep the spirit of that while keeping everything modern. So that keeps the budget under control. And then they just throw in a really cool synthy score,
and I like that.
And it changes. The whole tone. Like if you would have had different music, you would have had a completely different feeling. Film.
Was the time supposed to be in the 80s?
No.
Okay.
No.
You just get that feeling
contemporary,
from it.
Yeah. It wasn't, because if you check out, much like It Follows, if you check the cars that they use, they have Suburbans and things that were not, no way that was supposed to be 80s. It's very like Maika's character. She's a great example of somebody who's just a fan of that era. Okay. So she dresses like she's in the 80s.
Gotcha.
And even in the 80s, they didn't have CDs, right?
Yeah.
She makes them a
mixtape.
Okay,
that's right. They have CDs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shows how much I pay attention.
But yeah. While I swap over the vinyl, what did you think about the score, and do you think the music choices benefit the film, and in what way?
Okay. I definitely think that the music really helps out the movie a lot. Not that it needed it really, but just that the way the music plays also off of the scenes, and it just gives you that real synthy type of,
almost like in the vein of Drive or something, right?
Yeah. And I think the music really I think the music and the movie both play well off of each other, and the movie in general just benefits from that.
Yeah,
and
I think
you get that feel. It's just a certain feel, like you can hear the music right now.
I think it just made the movie that much better.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much without the music and the way that they structured the music.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I it was just really good. And there's a few tracks from Survive.
Okay.
The people I were just plugging for Stranger Things, and this film came out before Stranger Things.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I think that's really cool.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about was this group of the government, or this branch of the government that they're working for. It's called like KPG or something. And do you know what they were doing with the soldiers?
No,
type of like.
I think that was kept kind of obscured on purpose.
Okay.
Because that's an entirely different story.
Yeah.
To kind of tell you too much about that, I feel like that was a good choice to kind of keep that in the back.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they just inserted a few shots so that it wasn't too confusing. That they don't just show up
out of nowhere. Yeah.
At the end, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Who are these random army?
That's why they go back to the
guys.
offices. Yeah. And they're like, oh, like. We figured out where he is and stuff or whatever.
I kind of got from the movie. I don't know if this makes sense. Like a Jason Bourne type of like just from that aspect where they're like, oh, like these are these guys that we they failed this program or he escaped.
Actually, yeah.
And then with like the Gorness or like the. Gorness with the blood and stuff of like a Tarantino movie, but not as much as Tarantino.
Yeah, well, I feel like it is very violent and crazy, but all of those scenes are spaced out enough where it doesn't feel too like they're beating you over the head with it either. So I like that. The pacing is great. For this,
definitely.
And it does a very good job of being kind of unpredictable.
Yeah,
what he's going to do.
Yeah,
and that's what makes this very effective. I think, is you don't know exactly what they're going to do next.
Yeah, and I like the whole scene between him, Anne's friend or her drug dealer or whatever, and the gun dealer, the gun runner, whatever he is, and he's just. Spoiler alert, how he's just like, so, you're going to buy all these guns from me? He's like, if you got the money, you can buy all the guns I have. And he's like, no, I'm not going to buy them. I'm going to kill you and take them.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, what? Like, whoa, that was really, like, just blunt.
But the way that he delivers it is like, you're just like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually a bonus fun fact. The arms dealer is actually Ethan Embry, from Can't Hardly Wait.
I know. I was gonna bring that up too. I was like, I always see him in these random movies, like is it No Vacancy?
Yeah.
Or Vacancy?
The Vacancy. With Kate Beckinsale and Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson, he was one of the murderers in that. But I mean, whenever I see him in movies now, he's always like this like obscure little character, and like a little side character somewhere. But
did you watch my recommendation? The Devil's Candy yet?
No, I know it's on Netflix.
Yes,
it's on Netflix.
He's the main guy.
Is he? Okay,
he's the main character.
The killer?
No.
Oh,
no. He's the father.
Okay.
The father. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And he does an amazing job.
I think I'm gonna check that out today. Actually,
you should. Man.
Yeah,
it's really good, and now it's relevant.
Yeah. Now it is.
Yeah, he's really good, and I had never realized that was him until I watched it today.
Okay.
Which was really weird. Yeah, I didn't notice that cameo. So yeah, Ethan Embry's in this for a few minutes. Did you want to talk about anything else?
I'm trying to think. I just want to. It's nothing really important that has to do with too much of the movie, but what kind of high school has this kind of money to make that maze that they had? Because that was a pretty elaborate and like sophisticated maze. Like it was like a Halloween maze that they have at their high school in their auditorium or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's pretty fucking crazy.
This film is based in October. I would say it would be in late October because the film ends on Halloween. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, they end up in this gymnasium where they've created this like elaborate Halloween maze.
It's something you'd see at like Universal Studios or something.
Yeah, like twists and turns and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Like how big is this auditorium?
And that's it's really cool because that's where the final showdown is.
I like that part.
And going through this kind of like fun house, you're just like, what's going to be around the corner,
exactly.
or what kind of shots are they going to choose? What music's coming up? David does this really cool thing where he plays over the amplifier. The Mika's character gives him a mixtape of all this like 80s stuff that she loves, and at the end he's like puts it on the amplifier. As he enters the Halloween maze, so that it's her mix playing, and it's like, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you for your mixtape, which is so crazy.
It's cool.
I like since you brought up the part of the brother Luke stabbing him in the back.
Yes,
I like the
and he had given him that butterfly knife.
Yeah, I like the imagery of when he finally dies or whatever, and he just falls back, but he
tells him,
he's like, oh, good job, and he gives him a thumbs up, like, I knew you could do it, like finally you're not like a fucking pussy and like getting your ass beat and stuff. Sorry. And he just gives him the thumbs up, and he's like smiling, and then he just like his eyes roll back, and he just passes out from being stabbed.
Yes.
And but I like that there's I don't know if you noticed, but the cemetery was behind him.
Oh, the coffin.
The coffin and everything. He just like falls back, and it's like, oh, that's cool. Like he's dying in the cemetery. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I picked that up. I don't know if they meant to do it on purpose, or just I'm just overthinking stuff.
I'm sure that was planned.
Yeah, but yeah, that's. I don't know. Do you have anything else?
Well, the end.
The end, yes, of course. I didn't know if you wanted to spoil it or not. I mean, we're doing spoilers already.
Yeah, this is a heavy spoiler episode.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if we pissed any of you guys off at home with this. But yeah, the end. Let's talk about the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
ending.
The ending. Huh?
The ending, right?
Yeah. So he did get stabbed a couple times, but he apparently didn't die.
Yeah, and I like how
he comes out. He had planted someone else's body to look like, I guess it was in his spot of where he supposedly died.
Mm-hmm.
And was it like he knocked out their teeth so that they couldn't identify him?
Yeah, because there was it would be his body, the military guy, and then the teacher. And then when the fire truck, or when the firemen come up, or the ambulance comes up to the fire truck guys, oh my god, the firemen, they say there's two bodies in there. One of them has all their teeth knocked out. And then, so there's two bodies and not three, which would be his body. And, then you see a fireman coming out through the front door. He's limping because he got shot earlier in the movie. And then, what's her name? The girl's name? Mika?
Mika, yeah.
She notices him limping. And then he's walking away, and then he stops, and then he slowly turns around and looks at her.
You see her eyes through the mask because he's wearing the full, ventilation mask.
Yeah.
And the final... What I love about this film is those final words of dialogue.
Yeah.
She's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and then it just cuts to black.
And it's like
Get Out.
Or
not Get Out, but the guest. Yeah, god damn. But yeah, oh my god, that was such a good movie.
Yeah,
the ending was like great
because it leaves it open ended. They could bring it back. They could.
Yeah, if they want to. It works perfect as a solo movie. It doesn't need a number 2 or a part 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
but they could do one if they wanted one.
They could.
And yeah.
Well, this was a fun episode.
Yeah,
it was very very fast but effective, I think.
Yeah,
I feel like we've covered a lot, and we're just under an hour still.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
It was, but I feel like we got a lot done.
Yeah,
a lot said.
It's efficient.
We got the music running in the back.
Yeah.
This is Steve Moore's score for The Guest. If you like it, you can pick it up. You should be able to find it on vinyl. They also have the music that they use, like the actual pre-existing music that they use for the film, is also available on vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah. So check that out, guys. Let's plug ourselves real quick. If you if you don't already follow us on Instagram, we have that account. It's at